The tip was real for exactly 90 seconds, long enough for her to fall for him a little harder, and short enough that I never got to spend a dime of it. I've bartended at the same steakhouse for 4 years, and I thought I'd seen every version of a bad tipper. Then Marcus walked in with a woman named Priya on his arm, and for 1 full hour, he was the best customer I'd ever had. He introduced himself before he even sat down, asked my name, used it every 3rd sentence. Dana, we'll take the bone-in ribeye, whatever she wants, and don't let our glasses go empty. He ordered a bottle of wine I had to look up the price of. When I set down the appetizers, he told Priya, loud enough for the table next to them to hear, that most people don't understand real hospitality anymore, that people like me were the backbone of a good night out, and nobody ever said thank you for it. Priya ate it up. She kept touching his arm. By the time the check came, $214, he'd already built the moment. He pulled out a black card, set it on the leather folder like he was laying down a winning hand, and wrote a $250 tip in handwriting big enough for her to read upside down. I never skimp on people who work hard, he said, not looking at me, looking at her. She actually got a little misty. You're such a good person, she said. He shrugged like it cost him nothing. It hadn't yet. I watched him walk her to the door, coat over her shoulders, hand on the small of her back. I was already mentally spending part of that tip on my car payment. 2 minutes later, he was back inside, alone, and the warmth was gone like someone had unplugged him. I need you to reverse that tip, he said. I thought I'd misheard him. Sir? The $250, take it off. She's in the car. I told her I forgot my sunglasses. He said it flatly, like he was asking me to comp a soda. It was for her benefit. I'm not actually paying you $250 to bring out bread and refill water. I told him the payment had already processed. He said that wasn't his problem, and that if I didn't fix it in the system right now, he'd call his bank the second he got home and dispute the entire check, tip included, and that our manager would hear from him personally, and that I'd be the one explaining to my boss why the house ate a $214 chargeback because I couldn't push a few buttons. I know what a chargeback does to a server. I know who eats that cost, so I adjusted it, set the tip to 0 while he watched, smug, arms crossed, like he'd won a negotiation instead of just performed a small cruelty in a restaurant lobby. Appreciate you being reasonable, he said, and walked out like nothing had happened. I stood at the register shaking, and it wasn't about the money. It was about Priya, sitting in that car right now, thinking she'd found somebody generous and rare, when what she'd actually found was a man who used my labor as a magic trick, and then took it back the second the curtain closed. I untied my apron and walked outside. He was standing at the driver's door when I caught up. Excuse me, just confirming something for our records, I said, keeping my voice easy, carrying. He turned, and I watched the color drain out of his face when he realized I wasn't going to be quiet about it. I've reversed the $250 tip per your request inside. I just need to log the reason. You said it was, and I'm quoting you, for her benefit, and that you weren't going to actually pay someone for bread and water refills. Want me to write it that way? The passenger window rolled down. Priya leaned across the seat. What's she talking about? Nothing. She's mixed up, Marcus said fast. I'm not mixed up, I said, looking straight at Priya. He tipped $250 in front of you, then came back alone and made me erase it, and told me it was only ever for show. Priya didn't scream. She didn't even argue with him. She just got out, purse in hand, and started walking down the block while he called her name twice to a back that never turned around. Behind me, a woman waiting on a to-go order looked up from her phone. Got it all on video if she wants it, she said, not even glancing up. I went back inside and put the tip back on his card myself. He never came back to dispute it.